fight is really gonna get made with Errol and Bud.
I think it's gonna get made. It's just I don't think it's gonna be June.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be June, but I believe they talking, and we just shit. You know how it is.
Hey, so if you don't think it's gonna be in June, tell me.
I say July. I would say July, but I can't. It's the summertime. Let me say that.
Okay.
Before the sun go down, they gonna be in fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, man. Do you think after this fight, Bud is going to 154?
So, that was Bernie the Boxer speaking on the possible fight date between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. Now, let me say this. From way back, you heard Steven Espinoza, Mike Coppinger, you heard all these dudes come out and give all these different updates and giving us different fight dates. And a lot of boxing channels also came out with fight dates all over the place. Different channels giving all these fight dates. And then all those dates already passed us. Still no fight. First it was, you heard, supposed to be November 19th. Then it was supposed to be sometime in December. I even heard January. And then you heard June. And then you heard Errol Spence get on the podcast with ES News and say the fight is not happening in June. Okay. And then you just heard Bernie the Boxer say he believes it's going to happen in the summer. He's saying June sounds like a good time for them to fight. He never said that the fight is going to happen not June, July. He never said it was definitely going to happen in July. A certain channel pretty much was pushing that on Bernie, saying Bernie said it's definitely July, whatever, it's in July. Or the title says that is in July. That is what they put in their title. And Bernie never said it was a definite thing that the fight was going to be in July. But the question is, man, what are we to believe anymore now? Because, I haven't really talked about this fight in quite some time. It seems like a lot of channels are starting to kind of steer away from it. But, I'll be one to say this. From the surface, it looks like Errol Spence really wants this fight. A lot of us been saying he was ducking. There's people been saying Terrence Crawford was ducking or is ducking. Now, Errol Spence came out and dispersed a lot of talk about when the fight was supposed to happen. And he's talking like he's confident. My thing is this, though, man. What's the holdup? See, there's still a holdup. They're still talking. They've been talking for almost a year off and on. And somehow it's going to be Bud's fault. These channels will say it's Bud's fault to why they're still negotiating and all this other stuff. But it's looking like, I don't know how it's going to even really get made, man, because it looked like Errol and Bud is talking a lot towards on the phone a lot, like they're trying to do it themselves, but there's no way that these dudes could do it on their own. They still would need Al Heyman. Spencer's still linked to Al Heyman, unless Al Heyman just lets him off his leash. You know what I mean? Let him discover himself or whatever the case is. After all, man, Spence got a promotional company, man. Was it Man Down Promotion? So I think Al should just let Spence go ahead and do his thing and see if he could go ahead and push his own promotion. And I don't know. But also, man, what I'm confused about with this is, I'm also seeing channels talk about Errol Spence is supposed to fight Jerome Butenis. And then, that's another thing that's throwing me off when it comes to this fight, because Boots and Errol, that was never really a thing. It was really Keith Thurman. They were saying it was Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. So Looks like that's not gonna happen. Boots just came off of a fight. Bud, he just got through fighting Avanesian. So none of these cats got a fight lined up. Errol Spence, Jerron Ennis, or Terrence Crawford. None of them have a fight lined up. So the question is, who is Errol Spence going to really fight? Is it going to be Jerron Ennis or is it going to be Terrence Crawford? Because I seen quite a couple of channels that were hinting that Errol Spence supposed to be fighting Jerron Ennis. I don't know if that's fake news. I ain't really seen it nowhere else. I ain't seen it on no boxing websites, and if they are up there, I missed it. I ain't see it. Direct me to the article. If that's not a real thing, where do these channels get their information? Who's telling them this? Are they creating these things themselves to get views and clicks? More than likely, that's what it is. Or maybe it's true. Jerron Ennis is in speculation. But how is he supposed to? This is what I mean. Errol Spence told us on 2 interviews that he's talking directly with Terrence Crawford. So then where did Jerron Ennis come in at? When did he come in the picture? Who made that up? This is the type of stuff that get fans, kind of riled up because they like, all right, what is that? What is it to believe, man? Are these two cats gonna fight, or is it gonna be Boots and Errol? You know, either way, Errol Spence says he don't take tune-ups, and neither one of those fights are tune-ups, Boots or Bud. So good scraps, but listen, we all want to see. You know what we want to see? We want to see Errol Spence scrap it out with Terrence Crawford for undisputed, and then whoever win the belts, they can fight Boots. That's what I really want to see. I want Boots to fight either one of them, Bud or Errol. So man, y'all, you know what, man? We gotta start being careful of where we get our information or who we listen to, because a lot of times, a lot of these cats be twisting stories, creating stuff out of thin air, just to get clicks and views and likes and stuff like that. And it turns out later it's not true. These dudes act like they got behind the scenes passes, or they know they got serious connects to where they know everything first before everybody else know it. It's bullshit, man. But as far as this fight goes, we just gonna have to see what happens. I don't believe it's gonna be in July. And if it does happen, I think it's gonna be sometime around October, man, September. Just my thing. But anyway, let me know what you think, man. This is your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.